guys, it is a Wednesday in my time. Oh man, and there's a big bug on my window. It better be outside. I'm sick of all these creatures. Can you see it? Get out of here, bug. So today has been pretty busy. This week has been really busy in general. I did get a call back for that one job I was telling you guys about, but I did have to sign some confidentiality agreements, so that is the extent that I can tell you about it because I don't want to ruin my chances. So I spent all day yesterday kind of working on that, so I really didn't get that much like content creation done. And then my TikTok has been doing super well, which is awesome. But then it also feels like I'm waking up and being a TikToker and not a YouTuber. And so that's weird, but I'm just gonna roll with it because I'm putting up numbers there. I'm starting this series where I talk about some celebrity doppelbangers, which is a funny term that I learned of celebrities that basically date or marry people that look exactly like themselves. So that's been doing really well on TikTok. So, you know, I have to get up, get ready, put on makeup, and then film. And so it takes a lot of time. Today I was supposed to go to a coffee shop and finally do my taxes because I haven't done my taxes yet. But I look and it's already 2:30 and my favorite coffee shop closes at 4. And so I'm like, what the heck? I've already wasted the day and I really wanted to reward myself with a $6 latte by getting my taxes done. Which actually probably isn't a good idea, doing my taxes over public Wi-Fi where anybody can steal my entire identity. Nope, I have Identity Guard. So they should alert me if that happens. So I don't know what the plan is for today now because, I mean, yes, I can do my taxes from here if I want to be boring. Yes, I could instead move it to tomorrow and work on some other things today. Or I could find another coffee shop because go figure, there are other coffee shops in Los Angeles. So I don't know. I don't know what the plan is. I just feel like my days are going by so quickly. I feel like the day's already lost, the daylight's gone and I have no time for anything. So I don't know, I just need to figure out my next point of attack. So I think I'm just gonna eat lunch right now real quick, and by lunch I mean like a piece of Laughing Cow cheese and some smoked almonds because that's been my thing right now, and then figure out what the next step is going to be. I'm also still looking at this bug. Better not find its way inside my apartment because I'll be pissed. Well, I failed for the day. I did not leave my apartment. I did edit a video and get that posted, which was one of my priorities because I always like to do 2 videos a week. And if I can't get one up by Wednesday, then that means I'll only be able to put up 1 video per week. So it's really important because it's Wednesday in my time that I get it up at least tonight. So wasn't able to do taxes, wasn't able to like do any real work. So I don't know, not great, but there's always tomorrow, you know? I do have a trip coming up next week, which is why I do feel a little bit frazzled. So starting on next Tuesday, I'm headed to Chicago to go see my boyfriend, which I told you guys about. Again, the main channel doesn't know this because, I don't know, I'm going to consider it a little perk for you guys to know. So it's one of my trips to go see my boyfriend. And obviously I'm not going to be able to get that much work done because I will be visiting with him. And also because I don't know how much I want to vlog or work while I'm with him. I don't see him that often. So I don't want to be sticking a camera in his face, or I don't want to be like, sorry, I can't go out to dinner, babe. I got to edit this video. So I'm trying to get my filming and editing done early and done now. So that way I can just enjoy my time with him. That trip, I'm flying out to Chicago, but then we are driving to St. Louis for a wedding because he's in a wedding. And so that is the reason for this actual visit. So should be pretty fun. I will be taking you along for that in this vlog, but again, we'll see how much I actually end up filming. When we get to that bridge, we'll cross it. So I think for tonight, I'm just going to edit another video that I'm going to try to get done. I don't want to do my taxes. I want to get my taxes done all in one go. So I'm going to try that again tomorrow, but just kind of like finish up some other YouTube and TikTok-y type of stuff and see how that goes. So I didn't fail today. I just redirected my priorities. Write that down. That was a good one. So I'll see you like tomorrow or the next day. So last night I was not having a good day in general. Just one of my weird moods. I just get these weird moods a lot. And so I was like, no, I don't want to give in to just like sulking on my couch and not doing anything. So I decided to go for a walk. I went for a walk and actually made a TikTok about it, but somebody let me pet their dog and that immediately made me feel better. And then I decided to take a new route along like a main street. And I swear you guys, this is like the universe being like, cheer up, Jacy, it's gonna be okay. Because I stumbled upon a K-pop pop-up store. It was literally open for like 3 days. It was just a little pop-up store. And if you guys aren't aware, you should be aware by now, I love BTS. And so I was like, let me go in. So I go into this K-pop store and it just brightened my mood. And I was like, well, I need to buy something. They had these really cool puzzles that I really wanted, but it was like $40. And I was like, I'm not gonna do a $40 puzzle, no way. So so I got like a little keychain. It's just like a little BTS keychain. And then RM is my favorite, but I got this like photo card, message card thing. And this is honestly so cool, you guys, because there's, how many are there in here? There's 56 separate different photos of him. They're all little different photos. Oh my God, he's so cute. But each of them have like a to and from. So I'm like, I'm gonna keep like 10 of these in my wallet. And just anytime anybody asks me perhaps about my BTS keychain or about BTS in general, I can just pull one out and be like, hello, welcome to the army. RM welcomes you to the army. So that just made my day, just something super silly. I don't know. And it's kind of like, this keychain is almost like the same mentality as crystals, where it's not like I don't actually think the crystals are healing my body or changing my mindset. It's more so when I look at that crystal, I have an intention for it. So it's kind of like, yeah, that crystal is for meditation, so I need to meditate. This is gonna be my reminder that the universe has my back, and whenever I'm feeling sad, the universe will give me other ways to be happy. So just something silly. I just wanted to share it with you guys because it just made my day so much better. So I'm gonna put these on my keys and go grocery shopping for the day. I'm sick of showing you grocery shopping though, so I'm not gonna take you along, but I will be taking along my BTS keychain. Golly, I am sucking at life right now. I didn't do my taxes yesterday. I did get a video halfway edited, so that was one thing. So today was supposed to be my productive day, and I'm having a carbon monoxide day, which is, if you're new here, actually I don't know if I've ever said this, it's what I call my days where I just have I have no energy, I have no focus, as if I'm being poisoned by carbon monoxide. I'm not, by the way, but that's just what I call them. I took a 3.5-hour nap, and I'm still just exhausted. This happens every now and then. So I'm like, I can't bring myself to do anything, but I need to. So sometimes like this, it's like, okay, at least just go for a walk or go do something. So we're gonna go walk to the library and get that book that I was telling you about. And then I might go walk and pick up food, because I'm also in one of those moods where I don't feel like eating anything in my apartment. And when that happens, I just starve, and that's never good. So I'll probably go pick up my cheap sushi to make me feel better, because that's how I live my life, okay? So I'm so tired. Let's go for a walk, I guess, and try to at least get some steps in. Here's the outfit. It's kind of like a blend of the Princess Diana look mixed with like the collegiate TikTok girly feel. Giving it a go. It's kind of like an elevated casual style, and I don't know what I'm doing. I never do mirror selfies, but testing this out. So let's go for a walk. I kind of already feel a little better just by getting changed. What a concept. The cutest thing just happened. There were these two like teenage boys, and one of them yells at me, I just got into BC. And I was like, are you talking to me? And he's like, yeah. And I was like, oh my gosh, congratulations. Like, what are you gonna study? And he was telling me that he was gonna study communications, and he's deciding between a couple of schools, but it all depends on who gives him the most money. And so I was like, oh my gosh, that's so amazing, like, congratulations. And so as I was walking away, I heard the two boys say, hey man, like, that's a sign. You gotta take that as a sign. And I just thought it was really cute, because I was their sign from the universe. But it's also interesting because that ties into the book that we're about to go get. So we're gonna go pick up The Secret by Rhonda Byrne. It's a very famous book. It's one of Oprah's most promoted books in all of her book club. And it's all to do with the law of attraction and attracting that positive energy, maintaining high vibration so that you can manifest everything that you want. But I know a big part of it is that also kind of taking note of those synchronicities and those coincidences from the universe as a sign. And so I could have been somebody's synchronicity right now, so that's so cool. So let's go to the library. I just got back from the library, and when I was checking out, the librarian was reading, and he had a Romeo and Michelle bookmark. And I said, oh my gosh, I love your bookmark. And he said, there's more bookmarks over here if you want one. And I said, are there more ones of Romeo and Michelle? And he goes, no, they made this one for me, but here, you take it. And I said, I'm not taking your bookmark, it's okay. And he said, take it, I work here, I can have them make me another one. And so now I have a Romeo and Michelle bookmark, and it absolutely made my day. So we don't deserve librarians because this is my new favorite thing now. Oops, started eating before showing you what I bought, but I got a Philly roll and a rainbow roll, and then it also came with a miso soup, which I already downed. Clearly I was pretty hungry. But I feel so much better. It's kind of crazy how just going out and about and interacting with strangers can really just make me feel that much better. So I'm in a much better mood, and now the guilt is setting in of not getting anything done today. So that's not good. But I'm kind of scarfing this down because my class starts in a half hour. So I got to finish eating, get somewhat presentable, do my whole Zoom setup over there. So I'm going to scarf this down and then go to my acting class. So I'll let you know how that goes. It's a bit later. I'm in my beanbag chair and I just finished The Secret. Again, it was pretty short, so I finished it in like 2 days and just a few hours. It was interestingly written because I guess it was a movie first, and they're almost taking sound bites from the movie to accompany like the overall message of the book. So I've never read a book in this kind of format, but it was interesting. I've been doing a lot of kind of delving into the law of attraction and manifestation and all that, seeing what it's about. So because I've already been watching YouTube videos about all of that, nothing to me was new from this book. I think you're supposed to start with this book and then get into all of your research and all of the practices. So I did a little backwards. So I think that's why it was such an easy read for me, because I was like, yeah, I know all this part. So pretty easy. So I have the next book that I'll try to finish reading next week, probably like on the plane and such. But I'm probably going to head to bed. It is 11:30 now, and I'm going to grab coffee with an old friend tomorrow. Yes, so I will tell you all about that in the morning. But for me, in my time, good night. I don't know what that was. Good morning, friends. It is a few days later. I did end up going and grabbing coffee with a friend, but I just wanted to hang out with her, so I ended up not taking you guys along. But currently I am at Union Station and we're headed to Chicago. So I have mentioned this in vlogs before, but I don't like asking people for rides to the airport, and I refuse to Uber or Lyft because those are too expensive. So I actually prefer taking public transportation to get there because it's part of like the entire travel day. So I just took the train into Union Station, and now we're gonna hop on the LA Flyaway bus, which is basically just a big old shuttle that takes you to LAX itself, and then we'll aboard our plane. So I'm walking up a hill right now, so I'm a little out of breath. But before I got here, I stopped at 7-Eleven for my ceremonial bag of peanut M&Ms and a Java Monster. It's just one of my traditions. So let's go buy our ticket. Yeah. Hello, one way? Thank you. Thank you. That one's mine. You can take that one out. Oh, okay. Thank you. Okay. I have a Delta credit card, so I get a free checked bag. So I always check in my bag. Just arrived at the airport. I'm in the terminal, but it was a struggle getting in here. So the rumors are true. You really should get here early because I had such a struggle going through TSA. So I put my jacket, my shoes, and my backpack in one bin and then my laptop in another. So my laptop comes through, but my backpack gets sent to the other line to be checked by TSA. And so I was just kind of standing there waiting for them to check it, and I was barefoot. I had socks on. And there was like another girl who was still in the midst of like gathering all of her stuff. So a security guard passes by and he was like, hey, like put on your shoes. And I was like, those aren't mine. And he was like, oh, sorry, I thought those were yours. And I was like, no, mine's in the other bin. So I'm just standing there waiting for them to check my bin. But the person right in front of me who was getting all their stuff checked, they were having an issue. Like she was throwing a fit. They were trying to throw away something of hers and she was not having it. So then all of the TSA agents had to like come over and quell the commotion. And I'm just standing there holding my laptop in my socks, like no jacket. And so because there was all this commotion, all of like the bags started getting piled up essentially. Like there was a big long line of bags waiting to be checked by TSA. The issue was that on my belt, it was only my bag and another person's bag, but then there was like 8 bags on the other conveyor belt. And so once they were able to kind of like catch up, they just started grabbing bags from the long conveyor belt because it seemed like people were waiting longer for those bags. And so even though like the 8th one hadn't been waiting all that long, I was still standing around waiting for my bag. And so then that same security guard comes and passes by, and he was like, you still haven't gotten your shoes yet? And I was like, no, not yet, still waiting. And at this point, like, it had been 15 minutes. I'm cold because I don't have shoes on, and they have my jacket, and I don't have my phone to like entertain me or anything. So I'm just standing there people watching. I kid you not, you guys, a half hour passes where I'm just standing there, and there's the other woman whose other bag is on my conveyor belt, and she was like, what the heck? Like, why don't they grab our bags? And so finally, again, after a half hour, the same security agent walks by and he goes, you still haven't gotten your shoes? And he walks in and he goes, hey, can you check that bag? They grab my bag and they just go, yeah. And they just put it through the conveyor belt x-ray machine again. They don't go through it, they don't look through it or anything. They just put it through and then it passes, and then I'm able to grab it and leave. So I was like, you made me wait a half hour for nothing? Like, there was nothing wrong with my bag, but just because of all the commotion, I just had to stand there cold and freezing in an airport TSA lobby. It was humiliating. So that was just kind of funny. So make sure to get to your flights early, because if I was like cutting it real close, I probably wouldn't have made it. So glad I'm here early. I'm actually still an hour and a half early before my flight leaves. Again, I like getting to the airport extra early so I don't have to worry about all that anxiety kind of stuff. It is so busy here. I'm sitting in like a lobby because there are no seats anywhere. I'll show you the actual airport, but it is a poppin' day. So I'm trying to just stay away from everybody until my flight actually takes off, which I have an hour and a half to do, and now I have to sit here on the floor and get some work done, so nice. Hi friends, it is like a week later since I've talked to you guys. I am back from my trip to Chicago and St. Louis, and I didn't vlog a thing. I'm also eating a jar of sun-dried tomatoes because there's no food in my house. I'll get to that. So my trip was super duper fun. I got to Chicago and it was raining, and then the next day it was snowing a little bit. But the crazy part is that you guys know that gig I've been telling you guys about? I got it, which is super exciting, but again, I can't tell you what it is. However, I was in Chicago and they emailed me and they're like, hey, like, congrats, can you send us some outfit options of what you're gonna wear? And I was like, I'm literally out of town. I don't have any options. And they're like, well, we need something. So I had to go shopping while it was raining. So I walked to like a TJ Maxx, a Marshalls, an Express, a Banana Republic, and I actually had a little bit of a meltdown because I just wasn't finding anything. I wasn't feeling very body confident, and I was just getting so frustrated. So I just sent them like some dresses that I bought. I kept all of the tags on because I knew I was gonna return them, whichever ones they didn't pick. So that was kind of frustrating because I wasted a lot of hours away from like my actual trip because I had to go shopping for dresses I didn't even like and don't even plan on keeping. So that was kind of annoying. And so I was in Chicago for 2.5 days, and we really didn't do that much. We both worked during the day, and then the first night my boyfriend actually had a class, and then the second night I had my acting class. So we couldn't really go out and do anything necessarily. So it was a very low-key kind of trip there. Then we drove to St. Louis for a wedding. So that was a 5-hour road trip. And then we had like the rehearsal dinner one night. The next night was the wedding where there was like a beautiful Catholic ceremony. And then we actually did a party bus and then the actual reception. And then the next day was, of course, recovering from the hangover. So again, just like a really nice, easygoing trip. But it was so insane how much I was being bombarded for this gig that I got. So after I sent them my clothing options, I had to send them all of my vaccination cards. I had to get COVID tested in Missouri and get a rapid test because when I would land back here in LA, I had to go in for a fitting. So I had to make sure that I tested negative for COVID before that. And then they were just like asking me a bunch of questions. I had 2 more interviews just to make sure that like I knew what I was gonna say, that sort of thing. So I was starting to feel pretty overwhelmed. And then I actually booked another gig completely separately when I also landed. And so I had to, again, send them photos of myself, do a little interview with them, tell them what items of clothing that I had and could bring on my own. So I feel like the trip was kind of like bogged down a little bit because I was so stressed about like, oh, like I kind of just can't wait to go home and write everything down of what I need to get done because I still haven't done my taxes. My apartment is a mess, which I'll talk about. All right, here's the fit. I got a cute little romper I got from Goodwill and I paired it with a turtleneck underneath, some loafers, and a bag. So I don't know what you'd call this look, but I'm feeling it. So I think for stop 1, we're gonna go to a coffee shop because I just need to brain dump all the things I need to do because I am just losing track. So let's go find a coffee shop. Also, see how messy my room is? I gotta sort out those clothes later. That'll come later. That'll come later. I just drove to Larchmont Village because there's a cute little coffee shop I like to work from here. And there was no parking. And I'm like, why are there so many people on a Wednesday afternoon? And then as I drove, I saw a little farmer's market in the parking lot. And I was like, well, that explains it. So right now we're gonna go check out the farmer's market first. All right, so finished grocery shopping, and then I think for the rest of the night, I am just going to meal prep and call it an early night because I am super tired. But as usual, thanks for watching. Thanks for coming with me grocery shopping, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Toodles!